anybody that's watching it live right now, they'll get to see me out here. And then I'm going to bring Enovia on in a second. But she has her own company called Vet Deck. And what she does at her company is she helps people to get sponsorships. So if that's something that you're interested in, then I strongly suggest that you check with Enovia for that. All right. Now, in addition to that, she also is a Google digital coach. And so Google has coaches that are around the world, but specifically in this country that focus on different areas of business. And so she's one of the digital coaches that focuses on Black owned business and women owned business. So I want you to act like she is in the room, and I want you to put your hands together for Enovia Bedford. Woo, 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 woo.
Ooh,
Enovia,
I
how
feel
are
the
you, girl?
energy. Yeah, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you okay. Yes.
I'm so sad I can't be there and see all of the beautiful faces, but we still gonna get into this work and we'll figure out if there are any questions. This is kind of like a lot of information in a short amount of time. So you might have to hit me in the DM afterwards to get your questions answered, but I will be more than happy to answer them. I'm going to be taking sips during because I talk a lot and I talk fast. So I want to make sure that I'm hydrated. But we are going to get into it. So today's workshop is Increase Your Sales with Google Tools. I am Enovia Bedford. I am the founder of VetDeck, which is a multicultural marketing agency and technology platform that focuses on sponsorship procurement for minority-owned businesses. So my company is two parts. 50% is agency, where we do full-scale marketing. Our clients are the city of Charlotte, Mecklenburg County. We've worked on some really amazing activations for Dunkin' Donuts and 1800 Tequila, et cetera, et cetera. On the software side, we're in beta testing, and we are creating a platform that will help multicultural markets make better decisions about the brands that they work with for sponsorship. So just like with Yelp, you don't want to eat at a restaurant that's 3.5 stars. We don't want to do business with those folks either, okay? In this workshop, we'll learn ways to use Google tools to increase your sales for free, even if you don't have an e-commerce site. There I go. Now on the next slide, this is a QR code that you can scan if you want the worksheet, the handout for today to look over later. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to just scan that code, pull it up. You can airdrop it from your phone to the computer. All right. So every single purchase starts with a moment of curiosity. And whenever, however, wherever the curiosity sparks, your brand should be ready with a message. Google can help show this message to potential customers right when they want to start spending some money. So we'll explore how to use Google Business Profile to share shopping info and help people discover your brand, how to list your product on Google, even if you don't have an e-commerce website, how to set yourself up for success online, and some additional resources that I think are super helpful. So who are you? Before we go any further, I'd like to know more about your business, right? Do you own a business that's a brick and mortar store? Do you sell products online? Is it both? So really think about your business and what you do. We don't have a brick and mortar, we're service-based, but we have an event aspect to it where we're popping up at people's live events to do activations, create these really great experiences. But whether you have a brick and mortar store or an e-commerce business, you are your own omni-channel, meaning you sell both in store and online. What you learn today can help turn those shoppers into customers. So if you could tell consumers 3 things about your business, what would they be? I often tell consumers that we're focused on multicultural markets because that's very important to me. We teach you how to add sponsorship as an additional stream of income, and we are your partner in this thing, right? So you want to think about how your business is appearing online and the message you're conveying. So what is that message? Some ideas could be you can promote deals. Maybe you sell a product, right? Maybe it's a sauce, maybe it's a jam, maybe it's a body oil. You can do gift sets, you can promote deals. There's in stock, there's inventory. Um, there are so many things that you can tell your customer about your business. So I'm going to give you about 20 seconds to think about the three top things that you want to convey to your customers. You can put it in your phone, you can write it down if you want. Y'all writing, I can't see you, but I'm trusting that you're writing these things down. So now we're going to look at how Google can help you share these things at no cost. So I like this is why I love to be there because I want to see hands, right? Because I want to know how many people have Google business profiles. I hope everyone is raising their hands. Are you going to spin me around? You spin me right round, right round.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna try to spin you around.
Yay! Hi, people. I see some waving. I'm taking a screenshot so we know it's real. Okay, so we're going to talk about these business profiles. More than 2/3 of US consumers say that it's important to support local businesses. So that is a lot of people. So if you own a local business, a Google business profile can help you, of course, be discovered online. I'm going to introduce this business called Woodward Throwbacks in Hamtramck, Michigan. So the owners are Bo Shepherd and Kyle Doobie, and they got started by furnishing their own apartments with roadside, like cast off furniture that was littering the streets of Detroit. I used to live in Jersey, and when we called this bulk day, where everybody would put like these bulk pieces outside, and I would drive around. I lived in a very nice neighborhood, and I would drive around. I still have mirrors in my house from bulk day. So they used their time scouting for materials. As they biked around the city, they would gather wood, metal, signage, like just random items, and transform them into tables, cabinets, and other home goods. So Bo and Kyle had a great idea, and it didn't take long before their salvage creations turned into a business focused on sustainability. So what started out as a one-car garage operation, like, just tinkering in the garage, grew into a business with a 24,000 square foot facility. And they use tools like Google Business to grow. So this is what their business profile looks like on, of course, a mobile device. So we've all Googled something, right? The last thing I Googled was a frozen yogurt shop. I wanted to get like some soft serves with a little bit of topping. So, we look for a couple of things. We look for the name, the location, the phone number. We, of course, are looking at those reviews, okay? Because we want the stars to go here and beyond, right? We don't want no 1 point anything, no 2 points. And in this section, there are videos and there are photos. And then down here are some of the store's highlights. So these are a couple of things that we know that Google Business Profiles do, but it can do so much more. So we know that there's special hours, right? You can update your holiday hours. You can also share product updates, product offers, and promote events. You can highlight products that are available in your store and that are on your website. And if you use a POS, a point of sale system, I'm going to show you another way that we can do that. But you can, of course, read and respond to customers' reviews. So information from a business profile appears on Google's Maps. People use Google Maps as a search engine. It's grown by 90% year over year, searches that contain near me or in stock. So more than 2/3 of US shoppers believe that's important to support local businesses, and they start with Google searches. At the top of the page, they might see a map highlighting potential stores they can go to, or maybe they start to search directly in Google Maps, which happens all the time, right? You pull out your phone, you might be in a parking lot like, Dad, I need to find a TJ Maxx, right? And you just pop it in and see where the next one is. A business profile can be set up, of course, at no cost, and it gives shoppers the information. So as Bo from Woodward Throwback noted, they've been amazed by the number of visits their sites get through business profiles. Google search data reflects this trend, and searches that contain those words that I mentioned have grown. So you want to make sure that you're using your Google Maps and your Google Business Profile and that your profile is set up correctly. So Google Business Profiles are available for businesses with physical locations that are open to customers as well as service providers. You can set it up so it doesn't have your specific location. So if you haven't created your profile, you're going to visit google.com/business. You're going to claim or complete your business profile. You're going to get that a little postcard comes in the mail. Now it takes about 5 days. Before, I think that joint took 4 to 6 weeks, whatever it was. It took a really long time. And on some occasions, businesses might be offered the opportunity to verify through phone, text, or video. I don't know anyone who's been lucky enough to do it through text yet or video. I have heard of phone. So you create your business, you claim it. You must be signed into a Google account, of course, that manages a business profile to make any updates. So you do a Google search for your business name, and then this screen will pop up. So you can do everything here from edit your profile, read your reviews, your messages, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to take a closer look at some of the options. When you get into clicking the edit profile icon, it lets you access and update your basic information, business description, address, hours of operation. Home-based businesses that service clients in your local community are also eligible. And if it's from your home, this is where you are able to hide your address. This is one of my favorite parts of business profiles, the attributes. So our team, the in-house Google team, we search through the attributes to find businesses. And it also does, I don't want to say necessarily helps your Google ranking, but it does help you to appear in searches. So you can help your profile stand out by selecting attributes that apply. So attributes highlight details about your business. Some include images that help them stand out, right? So some of the ones that we have are Asian owned, Black owned, Latino owned, LGBTQ plus, veteran owned, women owned. So you want to make sure that you're using these attributes because it really goes a long way, right? Not only do these images signal pride in your identity, but they can attract shoppers who make an effort to support those communities. So if you're not using your attributes yet, get on it. So this slide shows how to add attributes to your business profile from your Google search. So you'll click on edit profile icon. The available attributes can be found in the section labeled more and then from the business. Google regularly adds attributes, so it's worth taking a look at the list. I feel like vegan might be on there now, sustainable, accessible. Of course, you want to make sure that people, if they have disabilities, can enter your establishment and that it's known in your Google profile. So let's say a shopper needs to buy a last minute gift. Maybe they want to swing by after work, maybe in the morning, or maybe on a Sunday afternoon is their only available time. You know, people got things to do. We're trying to squeeze everything. Life be life in. And so a likely question is your store open? So in fact, searches for store open have grown more than 400% in the last year. So even if you are a service-based business, you want to make sure that your open hours are up to date. A business profile lets shoppers know if the store is open or closed, and it lists your regular hours, also those holiday hours. During the holiday season, I'm always like, what grocery store is open? And I'm always looking to make sure that they're updating their holiday hours on Google, because I hate going to a store that's closed because the hours aren't updated, and it doesn't leave a really good impression. And you're like, am I really going to visit the store again if you can't even update your Google profile? So it's pretty straightforward. So we're managing the business profile from the Google results page. So when you click edit profile, you'll see business information, and then you'll see the hours. So I recently had a Google learner, and I think she wanted to run ads, whatever it was, she wasn't able to do it. She kept getting kicked back and kept getting like, not approved, and couldn't figure out what it was. So I sat with her. Sometimes I set up one-on-one time if people are having difficulties. And because she was a virtual business, she had her office hours set up as closed every day. And I saw that and I was like, I think this is the problem. And once we changed it, she was able to run ads. She was able to do everything that she needed to do. So you want to check the box with the times, and then you want to make sure that you're clicking save. And then you're done. So here we don't have happy hours because of ABC laws, but If you are a restaurant that might wanted to offer daily specials, you can say daily specials. Or a pharmacy could highlight the drive-through hours versus the in-store hours. So, of course, shoppers are always looking for a deal. 70% of shoppers in a survey said that deals, discounts, and special promotions make a difference when they choose where to shop. So, at the very beginning of this workshop, I asked you to brainstorm 3 messages that you want to communicate to shoppers. The next feature called Post can help you do just that. You can use posts to highlight important information, special offers, in-store events, and new products. So the Google posts are very similar to like Facebook posts, right? If you think about it in the same way, when you're creating your social media strategy, make sure that you're including posting on your Google business profile because it's there, it's free, and it also helps you appear in searches. So this slide shows 2 posts from Woodward Throwbacks about updated showroom hours, an offer for free shipping. They also have used posts to announce events, including an event called the Hamtramck Open Market, offering local artisan goods, vintage wear, antiques, music, and more. These posts can surface on both Google Search and Google Maps. So you want to make sure that you're including this in your strategy. So in order to publish a post, start by viewing your business profile on a Google search results page and click the add update icon. So it's going to pop up. It's very much like Eventbrite style, right? If everybody has filled out an Eventbrite before, very specific information, the date, the time, if it's for an event, and the end date. If it's for a sale, you can also put that information here. Then you click the preview button first because you want to make sure that it looks how you want it to look, that the image is the right size. And if you're satisfied, then you can go ahead and post it. Another important feature of your business profile to pay attention to, these customer reviews. People are searching for shopping epiphanies. Like they want to see something like, I want it. I got to have it. The reviews are perfect. Let's get it. 64% of US holiday shoppers using Google said that they did so for discovery and inspiration. Because you don't always know what to get people, especially if you have like that one friend that has it all. You're like, well, what do I get this person? And customer reviews can be an important influence on purchasing decision, which I think that we all either use peer reviews, Yelp reviews, and Google reviews to make decisions. So they can help you, the business owner, by offering insight into how customers feel about your business and can help you identify areas that you might need to improve in. So you can use your business profile to connect with customers in so many ways, including reading and responding to reviews, which you definitely should do, enabling messages, and a public Q&A section. So we're going to talk about responding to these reviews. It's pretty easy to respond when people leave a glowing comment about your business, right? You're like, oh, of course you love me because I'm amazing, right? But it's not a catastrophe if someone gives you less than 5 stars. Every business might occasionally get a negative review, even for reasons that are out of their control. If this happens to you, you might feel defensive or infuriated depending on what's wrong, especially if it's something that you can't control. We hosted an event and the event space doesn't have a parking lot, and we put in it like, be prepared to pay for parking. And the commotion that this thing caused, I'm like, it's out of our control. Like, this is where the event is, it's out of our control, right? So you kind of have to tuck your frustrations away, take a breath, and, consider how you're going to respond to this. So you want to keep your response short and sweet, polite and professional. You want to try to respond as quickly as possible. You don't want to let it go weeks. You definitely don't want to let it go months, a couple of hours, a couple of days, but you definitely want to make sure that you get back to them. If someone leaves a negative review, try to address it constructively. You might need to explain a company policy or encourage the customer to contact you privately to resolve that issue. And I know that we see that all the time where it's like, can you send me a DM? Can you email us? If the customer does contact you and the issue is resolved, you can consider asking them to remove the negative review. And a good review is worth a response to. Like if somebody's leaving you a 5 stars, definitely let them know that you appreciate it. And you can use those reviews to share other places. You can put them in your newsletter, like everything is content, right? You can use screenshots of it for your social media. You just want to make sure that people know that you're getting these glowing reviews. So, how do you ask for reviews? Positive customer reviews builds credibility, they build trust, and the more you have, of course, the better. So, how can we get more? Click on the icon labeled ask for reviews, and you may have to go to that down arrow, the drop down box, and kind of look to find the feature. But this feature gives you the option to ask for reviews via email or social media, plus a link you can share anywhere you like. So after your service is done, after the purchase is made, after the thing is delivered, make sure that that link is in there so people can just boop, click, and write the review. So here's a little pro tip. You can copy that link and include it when you're emailing those happy customers, right? If they had a good experience, they might be willing to write a review. So now we're going to talk about you showing off your products. Highlighting products on your business profile can encourage potential customers to learn more about them. So remember that people see your business profile, if they're looking at it, they're already showing some level of interest based on what they're searching for. Showing a variety of attractive product images can really pique their interest even more. Like, And even if you don't have an e-commerce website, you can give shoppers a good feel for the products with really great, clean images. So here's how to set up your products for the first time. So this is great. If you don't have an e-commerce store, if you're starting out and you want to kind of test, you can click the edit products icon, then get started. So you'll be prompted to enter information like the product name, the category, a photo, the price or price range, a description, and an optional button if you want to link it directly to your website. So let's take a look at this message from Woodward Throwback. It says 64,466 potential customers viewed your business on Google last month. And Google showcases the products at no charge. So that is like, look at that. That's crazy. So that's an opportunity to showcase your products directly to people 60,000 times. I would add some products, right? Just to see 60,000 people. If 1% of people buy, that's 600 something sales. I think we all could use a couple of hundred extra sales, right? So here's another pro tip for those of you who do have a brick and mortar or retail store. There's a free tool called Pointy. It's pointy.withgoogle.com. So basically, Pointy offers retailers a way to add in-store products to Google with no manual data entry. So this is how Pointy works. You will use Pointy to connect to your point of sale system to Google. So it's kind of like the in-between. So if you use like Clover, Square, Lightspeed, you can download the Pointy app to add your products to Google. So you can order a free device through that site called a Pointy box. So that plugs in between your barcode scanner and the POS system, your point of sale. And then you can just boop, boop, and scan your products as you sell them. And as you do that, the Pointy box automatically can upload the information. So nearby searchers can see what you have to offer and check the availability of the stock. Because I'm always looking, especially when it comes to shoes. I wear a size 10 and a half, and I'm always checking stock to see who has my size. You can use Pointy if you have a permanent physical store that customers can visit, and if your products carry EPC and EAN barcodes that you can scan at the register. So you literally plug it in between, and you don't have to set up any special time to do it. It's as you go and as you're selling things. Pointy is currently available for US businesses. It's also in Canada, UK, and Ireland if you got any people there. So definitely visit pointy.withgoogle.com. And even if you're starting a business, this is something to incorporate as part of your strategy. So as you start and grow. Okay, so that was a lot to take in, but now you know some of the ways that Google Business Profile can help you reach more shoppers at zero cost. Okay, so we're going to switch gears a little bit and move on to another way to show your product on Google using Merchant Center. It's a great tool for both brick and mortar and retail stores. So Merchant Center lets you manage how your in-store and online product inventory appears on Google. When you set up an account on the Merchant Center, you have taken the first step towards reaching literally hundreds of millions of people who are making shopping related searches on Google. So with your merchant center, you can manage your images, your pricing, and the description of your product. Plus, you can note when products are in stock, when it's limited stock or out of stock, right? So if you only have 10 of them, hey y'all, these things are selling. You want to get it now and you want to buy it. Products from the Merchant Center are eligible to appear in Google search results. So it can show some or all of the information you enter for the products in varying placements and formats. So in this example, the product information for Windward Throwback Salvage Classroom Door appears in Google search results. You can see product details, you can see the dimensions, the pricing, how long it's going to take to deliver. Like COVID, people are still getting stuff that they ordered in COVID. I ordered this bike rack. And at first it was like 6 to 8 weeks. Then it went to 12 to 16 weeks. Then it went to like another 12. I thought I canceled it, but the other day I got an email that's like, we're back in stock. I'm like, I don't even have that bike anymore. Like, what do you want me to do with that? Right. So delivery time frame is super important, right? So they're confirming, hey, this door is in stock and it's going to take, 12 to 15 days to deliver. We're out of COVID, so it really should take 12 to 15 days. So sometimes you'll see a row of products appearing above or on the side of the search results, and those are the shopper ads, right? So that also is information from merchant, but those are separate paid placements. So, sometimes the ads are really good. Sometimes the algorithm seems like it's a little whack. So at the top of the search results page, you'll find a tab labeled shopping right up here. So people who click on the shopping tab see a page of results too, but all of those products are available for purchase. This is how I shop when I'm on Google, or to avoid some of the ads. So that top row is always ads, but once you scroll down, you can see the actual products. So shoppers can filter the results by price, product ratings, seller, size, color. It's just the filters that you can drop down are so immense. So you also want to make sure that you have good categories set up. So right next to the shopping results, you'll find the image results. The images can be pulled from various websites and are not necessarily products for sale. So, when you click on images, you're going to see stuff from Pinterest all the time. You're going to see all these different images. But if the image does represent an item available to purchase, it will be included. It will include a label that has a price tag on it. So that's the good thing about it. You can kind of, if you're looking at images, differentiate which ones are just nice pictures and which you can actually buy. Okay, so here's an overview of how the Merchant Center works. You'll start by creating a free account, of course, because Google accounts always are free. They start out free. You've already used Google Ads for your business. Be sure you're signed up for Merchant Center using the same Google account. So if you have a Google business account and you want to make sure everything is connected, usually when people come to me, they're like, my ads aren't working. This isn't working. That isn't working. It's because everything isn't set up on the same account. So you want to make sure everybody has at least 3 Google accounts, I'm sure. So you want to make sure that everything is set up under the same account. Then next, you'll upload images and information on your product. Once you create your account, upload the products. They are eligible to surface across Google. So it's pretty easy when you think about it. I mean, it's extra steps, but the more Google tools you use and the more that you integrate the product, the better your searches are. So one thing to consider when you set up a merchant account is you must choose where customers go through the checkout process. So if you do have an e-commerce website, you could direct customers directly there where they can complete the purchase. If you're a brick and mortar store, you could show your product and encourage customers to come in and buy. I have to speak. Sorry, y'all. I could have muted first. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, either I'm gonna sneeze.
You are okay. Don't even worry about it. We got you. I told you, life.
So I'm like, this thing is right here. That's one of the reasons I'm not in person. But okay, so if you do have a brick and mortar store, you can show your product and encourage customers to come on in and buy. And then there's a third option available for some U.S. businesses. So There's a no-cost checkout service that allows people to buy products directly on Google without having to navigate to a separate online store. It's called Buy on Google. And this service allows you to showcase your in-store inventory on Google shopping results and use Google to help facilitate online sales. So one of my Google learners didn't realize that she set this up. And she was getting all of these sales and she could not, like, she was like, I'm getting all these sales and I don't know where they're coming from. She's like, she sells puzzles. She's like, there are so many and I have to fulfill these orders and I don't know. And it was because people were able to buy on Google. So I had to walk her through the process. She was very excited about it because imagine not knowing you're part of something and you're getting sales from it just because you're a part of it. So if you're working directly in Merchant Center, you can add products in two ways. The first is adding products manually. If you just have a handful of things, that might be the easiest route. If you have a very large inventory that you want to upload, it will be much more efficient to create a product feed. So it's a basic spreadsheet. And if you're not sure where to start, Merchant Center has templates you can use. They have an onboarding guide. Google tries to streamline things as much as possible. So definitely review those things if you're interested in this. So if you use an e-commerce system that integrates with Merchant Center, then that step might already be covered, but you make sure you want to ask questions because some e-commerce platforms can automatically integrate with Google Merchant. So I'm not recommending specific solutions over another, but Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, GoDaddy, they offer Google Merchant Center integration. So if you have any one of those, you'll be good. So the Merchant Center onboarding guide will walk you through the specific requirements like promoting only products available for a direct purchase, providing a secure checkout process, and collecting the user information, how to publish a return and refund policy. And there are a few more guidelines about policy, website requirements. So make sure that you go to the Merchant Center Help Center if you're interested and you want to learn more. Okay, so I hope you've gotten some ideas. I hope you've gotten those 3 things that you want to convey to messages. And we're going to look at 3 important tips that can help. Tip number 1 is get your web presence up to date, like immediately, like right now. This includes your Google business profile that we discussed, but extend that to all the places that your brand appears online. So your social media, right? Get in the habit of reviewing all the places you show up and keeping them all on message. So 72% of American shoppers said they are more likely to shop stores where they can check if a product is in stock. This in stock thing keeps on coming up. So you want to make sure that you're on top of that. To encourage shoppers to visit your store, let them know, hey, we got these things in there, these boots that I've been waiting for. I got that email. I jumped on them so quick. So you can also use sales and promotions to drive demand at off-peak times to highlight products and deals and to promote shipping and return offerings. Tip number 2, find ways to make the checkout process easier. So maybe you can streamline your online checkout, making it faster for customers to complete an online transaction. Maybe you can offer customers more options to buy your product, like additional digital wallets. You know, you probably have PayPal, but think about using Google Pay. Think about integrating Apple Pay. Amazon Pay, I've been seeing that a lot. And for whatever reason, if I see Amazon Pay, I'm just like, let me use my Amazon card for this. So the more ways that you can make it easier, MetaPay is another one. You definitely want to give people options. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's good. My screen is stuck. Okay. So did I do this one? And tip number 3, optimize for mobile. I like to scroll at night, which most people do. And I hate if I have to like move your website around on my phone like a mime, right? So we want to make sure that we're optimizing for mobile to make it easy for people to purchase. So I hope you guys have had an amazing time with me. If you want to leave some feedback, you can scan this code. If you want to follow me on social, you can follow me at NOVEY.B at NovyB. And I've had a great time with you guys. Thank you for having me.
Woo. Okay, so let's give Enovia a round of applause, everybody.
That was a lot of information in 30 minutes, y'all.
Yes, you got it down. Yes, you know how we love to stay on time. All right, have a beautiful day. Stay well or get well, both of
Thank
those.
you.
And thank you guys. So if you're watching online, then you know that you'll be able to watch this on the replay as well. And it'll be on giveittothepeople.com. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure that you, of course, always show up and show out and give it to the people. Thanks, Enovia.
Bye.
Okay, so how did you guys like